Hi guys, welcome to the speed run where I'm going to as quickly as possible going to complete the square on all 21 of these questions. They get increasingly difficult. So there's 9 levels. It starts off, the easiest one is level 1, and then we get all the way to level 9, which is actually this really tricky ax squared plus bx plus c. We can even complete the square when the coefficients themselves are unknown, right? A, B, and C. So basically, what's going to happen is the questions for level 1 will appear. I have to do them as quickly as I can. Then I will mark them. And the rules are, I have to, if I make a mistake, I have to redo the question. Any fractions need to be fully simplified. And I can't move on to the next level until I have done until I've fully completed the level before. So if you want to pause the video and actually maybe take a screenshot or whatever of these questions, or you could also email me and request them and you could have a go at them yourself. I'm going to start the timer, and as soon as I start the timer, I'm going to basically try to get through these 21 questions as fast as possible. Now, I will be talking about the method as I do it, but I will be doing it as quickly as I can under all of those circumstances, okay? And you will just have to trust me, you'll just have to take my word for it, that I have not memorized any of the answers. I did make this worksheet a few years ago for year 11 class, and I have got the questions back out, taken the screenshots, and that's it. So without further ado, I'm going to start the stopwatch, and we're going to get started with level 1. Right, x squared plus 10x plus 29. So open a bracket, write x. Halve the 10 is 5, so x plus 5. Close the brackets, write squared. Don't forget about the plus 29. And then this number here is 5. I've got to square that, which is 25, and take it away. And then I've got to tidy it up. So I have x plus 5 all squared. 29 take away 25 is 4. So that's that one. Right, open a bracket, write x. Plus half of 18 is 9. Close the bracket, write squared. Don't forget about the plus 93. And then I've got to take away 9 squared, which is 81. And then I've got to tidy it up. So x plus 9 all squared. 93 take away 81 is 12. So take away 12. Right, this one. Open the bracket, write x. Half of 4 is 2, so x plus 2 all squared. Don't forget about the plus 1. Take away 2 squared, which is 4, so take away 4. So this is x plus 2 all squared minus 3. This one, number 4, x plus 8, x minus 12. I've got to open a bracket, write x. Half of 8 is 4. So close the bracket, write squared. Don't forget about the minus 12. 4 squared is 16, so I'll take that away. And then I tidy it up. So this is x plus 4 all squared, take away 28. Right, now I've got to mark it, make sure I've got it all right. So x plus 5 squared plus 4. X plus 5 squared plus 4. Gets a tick. X plus 9 squared plus 12. X plus 9 squared. And there's my first mistake. Okay, I guess I've got to redo it then. Gosh, that's not a good start, is it? So, x plus 9, half of 18 is 9, so x plus 9 all squared, plus 93, take away 81, and obviously I've just made a really silly mistake there, haven't I? Plus 12, and then there you go, got the right answer. Right, next one, hopefully no more silly mistakes. X plus 2 all squared minus 3, x plus 2 all squared minus 3, tick, and x plus 4 all squared minus 28. Great, okay. That's level 1 complete. And we are at 2 minutes 20, but I think I probably lost a bit of time there. So let's crack on with level 2. Now you can, of course, pause at any point and have a go at these questions yourself. So anyway, open the bracket, write x. Half of minus 8 is minus 4. Then I've got to close the bracket, write square. Don't forget about the plus 19. When I square minus 4, I get 16. I've got to take that away, so take away 16. So x minus 4 all squared, and then 19 take away 16 is positive 3, so plus 3. x minus half of 2 is 1. Well, half of minus 2 is minus 1, so x minus 1 all squared, and then I've got plus 7. Minus 1 squared is 1. I've got to take that away, so 7 minus 1. So I've got x minus 1 all squared. 7 minus 1 is 6, so plus 6. X minus, so half of 22 is 11, so x minus 11 all squared, minus 10. Can't forget about the minus 10, and then minus 121, because I've got to take away minus 11 squared, which is 121, so I'm taking away 121. So I get x minus 11 all squared minus 131. Right, number 8. Open a bracket, write x. Half of minus 20 is minus 10. Close the bracket, write squared. Don't forget about the plus 101. And then this number here is minus 10. I've got to square that, which is 100, and take it away. And so I get x minus 10 all squared plus 1. Right, let's see. X minus 4 squared plus 3. X minus 1 squared plus 6. X minus 11 squared minus 131. X minus 10 squared plus 1. Great. That's level 2 done. Level 3. So, let's go. Open a bracket, write x. Half of 4 is 2, so it's x plus 2. Or close the bracket, squared, so it's x plus 2 all squared. Don't forget about the plus 4. And then 2 squared is 4, and I'd have to take that away, so take away 4. So this is actually a perfect square. It's what you get if you square the bracket x plus 2 all squared. If you expand this out, you'll get this. This one. Half of minus 14 is minus 7, so x minus 7 all squared. Don't forget about the 49. Then minus 7, when you square it, that's positive 49. I've got to take that away, so take away 49. And then you have x minus 7 all squared, because 49 take away 49 is also 0. So it turns out this is also a perfect square. It's what you get when you square x minus 7. So x plus 2 all squared and x minus 7 all squared. Great. So that's level 3 done. Right, level 4. So it starts to get a bit trickier because we're going to start including fractions, right? So remember what I said in the previous video, you want to keep everything written as fractions. So open the bracket, write x. Half of 11, we're going to write it as 11 over 2. Close the bracket, write squared. Don't forget about the plus 5, and then I'm going to have to take away 11 over 2 squared, which is 121 over 4. So there's a bit of tidying up to do. Instead of 5, I'm going to write that as 20 over 4. So how I work that out is I look at the denominator here, that's 4. I do 5 times 4 is 20, so I know that this 5 is really the same thing as 20 over 4. So I'm just going to do that. And then I can do my final bit of tidying up. So this is x plus 11 over 2, all squared. 20 over 4, take away 121 over 4 is minus 101 over 4. Right, next one. Open the bracket, write x. Half of 7 is 7 over 2. Close the bracket, square it. Don't forget about the minus 9. 7 over 2, when I square it, is 49 over 4. And I've got to take that away. So 49 over 4, it's getting taken away. Now this 9 is really 36 over 4. So let me replace this 9. For some reason the eraser isn't working. But anyway, this 9 was really 36 over 4. The reason I'm doing this is so I have a common denominator. So this is x plus 7 over 2, all squared. Minus 36 take away another 49. Well, if I do minus 36 take away 50, that would be minus 86. But really, I was only taking away 49, so it's going to be minus 85. So minus 85 over 4. Let's have a look. X plus 11 over 2 all squared minus 101 over 4. X plus 11 over 2 all squared minus 101 over 4. Great. X plus 7 over 2 all squared minus 85 over 4. X plus 7 over 2 all squared minus 85 over 4. Great. So that's level 4 complete. Level 5. So let's go. We have to do x minus half of minus 9 is minus 9 over 2. So that's what I should write, minus 9 over 2. Close the bracket, right square. Don't forget about the plus 12, and then I've got to take away this thing squared. So that's 81 over 4. 12 is really 48 over 4. So let's get rid of that. So 48 over 4. I should mention I'm not allowed to use a calculator either. It's like an extra challenge. So anyway, x minus 9 over 2 all squared. 48 take away 81 will be the same thing as 47 take away 80, which will be the same thing as 7 take away 40, which will be minus 33. So minus 33 over 4. Okay, next one. X minus 15 over 2 all squared. Don't forget about the minus 15, and then I've got to take away 15 squared is 225, 2 squared is 4. 15 is 60 over 4, so I'll replace that with 60. Minus 60 take away 225 is minus 285, so I can actually tidy that up quite a bit easier than the last one. That's minus 285 over 4. Let's have a look. X minus 9 over 2 all squared minus 33 over 4. Yes. And then x minus 15 over 2 all squared minus 285 over 4. Correct. Great. That's level 5 complete, and we are under 10 minutes, so that's good. Okay, level 6. Now it starts to get a bit harder because I've actually not shown you how to complete the square when the coefficient of x squared isn't 2. It's actually going to make it quite a bit trickier, because what you need to do is, so I'm actually going to do it up here, and I'm going to have to do maybe number 16 with a bit extra room, is you need to take the coefficient of x squared, you need to actually make it come out the front and be a big factor of the whole thing. So this is going to be 2 lots of x squared plus 5 over 2x plus 5, right? If you think about it, if you expand this out, you're going to get this. And then what you do is, this big bracket, the thing inside, you complete the square on that. So it's going to be 2, and then it's a big bracket. And you know, there we go, big bracket. Let's complete the square of this. So I can open a bracket, write x. What's half of 5 over 2? It's 5 over 4. Close the bracket, write square. Don't forget about the plus 5, take away 25 over 16. Now this plus 5 is really 16 times 5 over 5. Now 16 times 5 is 8 times 10, which is 80. So this is 80 over 16. 80 over 16. And then this will equal 2 big brackets x plus 5 over 4 all squared. 80 take away 25 is the same thing as 85 take away 30 is 55, so plus 55 over 16. And then at the end you bring this 2 back. The 2 just sits in front of this bracket getting squared. So there you go, that's that. And then if I double 55 over 16, I'm going to get 55 over 8. So that's the answer to number 15. Hopefully, as long as I haven't made a mistake. Right, number 16, take the 2 out, big bracket. X squared minus 5 over 2, x plus 5, close the bracket, equals 2, big bracket. X minus 5 over 4 all squared. Don't forget about the plus 5, take away the 25 over 16. And then actually this bit is going to be the same as what we had here, so I'm just going to kind of quickly answer this. It's basically the same answer as number 15, except this bit says minus 5 quarters. So 2 lots of x minus 5 quarters all squared. This was the exact same thing as what we had there, so it's going to be plus, again, 55 over 8. And again, hopefully this is the answer. Let's have a look. Yeah, 5 over 4, 55 over 8, 5 over 4, 55 over 8, and the only difference is a plus versus a minus. So tick, tick, and tick. So that's number 6 done. Number 7, or rather level 7, question 17. Remember, there were only 21 questions, so we are nearly done. So I've got to take the 3 out the front. big bracket, x squared plus 4/3 x minus 10/3, it's really getting pretty horrible now, equals 3 big brackets, and you complete the square of this thing here. So open a bracket, write x. Half of 4/3 is 2/3, so I'm actually going to take a little shortcut there and write half of 4/3 is 2/3. Squared, don't forget about the minus 10/3, that's there, and we have to take away 4/9. Now 10/3 is really 30/9. So remember, the whole idea is we want a common denominator at this stage. So minus 30/9, and then we're practically done. There's just 2 more lines to write. X plus 2/3 all squared, minus 30, take away 4 is minus 34, so minus 34/9. And then remember, the 3 is just going to stick to the front here, because the 3 now times this, the 3 now times this. But remember, this is a bracket being squared, so we can't bring it into the bracket. So I'm going to just sit it at the front. So x plus 2/3 all squared, but I can do 3 times 34 over 9. It'll become minus 34 over 3. So that's number 17. Number 18, we have to bring a 4 out the front, and then x squared plus 3/4 x plus 13/4. This is 4 big brackets, x plus 3/8, half of 3/4 is 3/8. I didn't have that trick like I did up there where I could just halve the 4. I'm going to actually have to double the denominator. So 3/4 halves to 3/8, and then squared. Don't forget about the 13/4. And then 3/8, when I square that, I get 9 over 64. So I've got to take away 9 over 64. So equals 4 big brackets, x plus 3/8 all squared. Now the common denominator here is obviously 4. I'm going to need to times by 16. So I actually have to work out what 13 times 16 is. So 13 13s is 169, 13 3s is 39, 169 add 39 is 208. So 208 over 64, and if I take away 9, I'll have 199. So plus 199 over 64. I really hope that, because you see, it's a strategy for me to just try to do that really fast, but then it might not pay off, right? Because if I make a mistake, I have to redo it. Anyway, 4 times this will be 199 over 16. So what do you reckon? Have I got it right? Let's see. 3 lots of x plus 2/3 all squared. 3 lots of x plus 2/3 all squared minus 34 over 3. Yes, great, that's that one. And I think I've got the other one right as well. 4 lots of this, 4 lots of this, and then 199 over 16. Great, super. So that's number 18 done. That's level 7 done. Super. Right, level 8. So now it's a minus in the front. Well, all that happens is I'm going to bring a minus out in front of a big bracket. So for 19, I'm going to basically have minus 1 out the front. And of course, I don't even really need to write the 1 here. I could just write the minus. And then I'm going to write x squared minus 5x plus 12. Because you see, if I multiply through by minus 1, it would get this. And now I'm in a position where I can complete the square of this. So this isn't actually too bad, because it's just not that bad. So this is actually one of these big brackets, and then x minus 5 over 2 all squared. Don't forget about the 12. Take away 25 over 4. This is really 48 over 4, and 48 take away 25 is 23, so it's 23 over 4, so it's minus 1. Well, it's just, well, I guess I've got to write it now. X minus 5 over 2 all squared plus 23 over 4. And then that minus just kind of multiplies everything through like this. And that's your answer. Right, number 20. So it's like number 19, except it's a minus 3 that comes and lives on the outside. So I've got x squared minus 5/3 x plus 8/3. and then this is minus 3, and then I complete the square on the inside of this big bracket. So this is x minus 5/6 all squared. Don't forget about the plus 8/3. Take this thing, square it, and take it away. So minus 25 over 36 equals minus 3 big bracket x minus 5/6 all squared plus times top and bottom by 12. So 8 times 12 is 96. So 96 over 36 minus 25 over 36. That's still there, and I've got the common denominator now, which is what I want. X minus 5/6 all squared. 96 take away 25 is going to be 100 take away 29, which is 101 take away 30, which is 71. So plus 71 over 36, and then I can write my final answer. Minus 3 comes and lives on the outside of this, and then it'll become minus 71 over 12. Let's have a look. Minus x minus 5 over 2 squared minus 23 over 4. That's correct. And minus 3 x minus 5/6 all squared minus 71 over 12. Excellent. Right, super. Right, level 9, the last one. So we've got to complete the square on this. So it's, yeah, well, we just have to go for it. So what was the strategy again? We take the coefficient of x squared and put it on the outside of a big bracket. And then I'm going to have to divide everything in this bracket by a, right, in order to compensate for the fact that I'm writing a on the outside of this bracket. So this is going to be b over a x plus c over a, which equals a lots of, and now I can actually complete the square. I can open a bracket, write x. Half of b over a will just be b over 2a. Okay, that's how you halve a fraction. You can just double the denominator. Close the bracket, write square. Don't forget about the c over a. And then this thing here, I can square it and take it away. It'll be b squared, and then 2a, when you square that, you get 4a squared. And then I'm going to write equals a, big bracket, x plus b over 2a all squared, plus, now the common denominator is 4a squared, because I can times top and bottom of this fraction by 4a. That will create 4a squared on the bottom, and we'll have a common denominator. So it's 4ac on the top, and then over 4a squared, minus, it's still b squared over 4a squared, and then equals a brackets x plus b over 2a all squared. Now, how do you take away a fraction when the denominator is the same? Well, it's just you just do the operation to the numerators, don't you? So it's going to be plus 4ac minus b squared all over 4a squared, and then I can actually bring the a, like multiply everything by the a. So this a will live on the outside, and then when a times is this, it just gets rid of, it doesn't fully get rid of the a squared on the bottom, obviously, but it does get rid of one copy of the a on the bottom, so the denominator will be 4a rather than 4a squared. So it'll be 4ac minus b squared all over 4a. Let's have a look, because it's not done until it's marked. A x plus b over 2a all squared, a x plus b over 2a all squared, 4ac minus b squared on the top there, all over 4a. Great. So that's level 9 done. Stop the timer. That's 22 minutes and 6 seconds. Right. The idea there was that I did go quite fast. Okay, so I'm not, you know, when I sometimes say, oh, if I've gone too fast, please send me an email, you know, and I'll go through it again. Like, I know I've gone fast there, but the point of this video was to show you, the method, and how if you just repeat it a lot, you can get really good at this method. Okay, you need to be really, really good at completing the square. Okay, as I say, look, what is the method? Take half of this number, You know, you open a bracket, write x, half of 10 is 5, close the bracket, write squared. Don't forget about the plus 29, square the 5, take it away, and then tidy up. That is how you complete the square. If there are any questions, and I'm being serious now, if there are any questions here from this question 1 all the way through to question 21 that you do want me to go through in any more detail, that you would value me to, you know, obviously like not rush through it, well, ask on Teams or send me an email. Other than that, yeah, it seems like a good time to stop. So yeah, cheers guys, bye bye.